I've wanted to make a video like this for a long time, going through the analytics of my videos and comparing them. I did this because I wanted to see how going low in CSGO compared with other videos that I've done. Long story short, it does very well. I've even included some other YouTubers in this graph just out of curiosity, and I'll get to them later. So what's this all about? Well, correlating views with success is somewhat flawed. It puts you up against people who copy-paste movie trailers and viral videos onto their channel, or who use misleading thumbnails and images in the hope of getting some cheap views. In other words, a lot of views, but very few subscribers. Subscribers, on the other hand, show that people enjoy your videos and would want to watch more of them. In other words, your channel relates to them. So first off, 2kliksphilip. Without a question of a doubt, my Going Low series engages with viewers more than any other video I've released. Ever. And it's a series, not just a one-off video. In other words, I'm on to a winner. The videos themselves are the most complicated ones I've made. You're talking 15 hours plus for each video now, which is quite something. You'll see I highlighted episode 5 of season 2. I released another video advertising this one, which you can also see highlighted in purple. This one became surprisingly popular and gained pretty much the same number of subscribers as the episode itself, even though it was just a short clip that took a fraction of the time to make. Maybe an hour? As much as I hate being lazy, it makes sense for me to milk each video by getting the best bits from it and making them into individual videos separately. The audience retention percentage is also interesting. In other words, how much of the video the average person watches before they move on to something else. You'll see that season 1 has the highest, followed by 2, followed by 3. Oh no, people are losing interest. Don't worry, it's because each season ups the length of the videos. Looking at the retention time, you can see this. Episode 6 was 19 minutes long, so I'm very happy that most people still watched to the halfway mark. I captured people's interest for over 9 minutes. 9 minutes! I can't wait to see what the second episode of season 3 can manage. As for other videos on my channel, How Will He Die is rather boring. It's a series based video that gets the most comments since it's all about the audience and what viewers think will happen, but it doesn't exactly gain the same number of subscribers or retention that Going Low can manage. My two highest retention videos are Hello Mate and Where Am I Supposed to Shoot? I'll never do that again. Both are less than 30 seconds long. Coincidence? I think not. No matter how dull, if a video's that length then people can justify watching them to the end. With Hello Mate, 50% of people replayed it. Isn't that nice? But yeah, I can't base a channel on videos like this. Pong was a one-off hit that boomed in popularity, showing the first proper game. I was surprised that it only attracted 2 subscribers and that the majority of viewers didn't even bother watching the second video in the series. What a fail. My Why Morrowind, Oblivion or Skyrim series was a big success, drawing in large numbers of subscribers and a huge number of views. The success isn't so repeatable and it's more about finding other games to talk about, rather than building on the subscribers I already have. It's not sustainable. I'm at risk of putting a nerd cubed with this series. Oh wait, you don't know what I'm talking about? I'll explain it later. Now, of my 3 channels, kliksphilip is the most niche. You can see this from the kliksphilip stats. Even the Wave video, which got massively popular for all the right reasons a while back, only gained me 2 subscribers. 2 subscribers. That's one for every 17,615 views. That's fine though, I don't want people subscribing to me in the hope of seeing more big wave videos. If there are big waves, sure, but it's not exactly something I rely on to make videos for the channel, plus I think the fun's over now. So yeah, from a growth point of view, this channel's a massive fail. Kliksphilip is a fun, random channel where I can put more in-depth videos about topics that would probably scare people off on my other channels. In other words, it stops me from pulling a Freddy W. I'll explain about that later as well. For me, if I was to stumble across my 3 channels as an outsider, I'd probably find this one the most interesting, followed by 3kliksphilip and finally 2kliksphilip. I mean, wow, this kliksphilip guy talks about everything that's been going through my head exactly when it's occurred to me. I must subscribe to this person. Plus he has a silly walk. By contrast, 2kliksphilip has the most potential to go mainstream, but doesn't exactly engage me in such a profound way because of that. And then there's 3kliksphilip, my oldest and most popular channel, a channel that shows me stats for some very large and popular videos. How to Reformat XP and Source SDK tutorial both have hundreds of thousands of views, but you'll see that the subscriber amounts aren't exactly massive. I predict that the Source SDK tutorial has netted me more than 1,000 subscribers altogether. It's just that the majority of the views and subscribers happened before the analytics on YouTube kicked in. Tutorials are a great way of building an audience since you're providing viewers with a service, rather than just a, oh look at me, I can play games, watch me kind of channel. That's why I've also included CSGO Making Your First Map, a much newer tutorial that follows the same theme as the old one. With just 1/16 of the views, it still manages 75% the number of subscribers and the audience retention is much higher. This is proof that tutorials need to be simple, short and straight to the point, rather than lumbering hour-long epics. I followed this rule for several years now, ever since I discovered the popularity of how to make water in 30 seconds, and it seems as though others haven't quite caught on. My Why Dust 2 is Good and Best Settings for Gameplay are new and exciting videos, showing my venture into CSGO rather than into source mapping videos. It shows that it attracts a lot of new subscribers to my channel, and it's definitely the way to go if I want 3 kliksphilip to continue growing, which I want it to. I've included official Nerd Cubed here because it's very interesting to compare my videos to his. His 2 most popular videos have got him more subscribers than all of my channels combined, but in general, his channel doesn't look that healthy. He gets lucky with some very large games that people want to see footage of, but clicking on 2 more recent examples, he doesn't gain any subscribers and even loses some simply by releasing a video. For every 7,000 views of his South Park video, he actually loses one. Perhaps he's been swamped in a world of Let's Play channels where other people can build up a stronger image, since I am aware that Nerd Cubed is only present in audio form in most of his videos. I like that, but perhaps the general population doesn't. I get the idea that he's not spontaneous and spends a long time editing his videos, which isn't as popular as PewDiePie. Toby Games is included since he's the largest gamer on YouTube who has his video stats open for people to view. He follows the same style as Nerd Cubed, having a few videos that gain him a large number of subscribers, but in general he gains somewhere between 0 to 70 with each video. This shows that being a Let's Player is a very inconsistent way of building a channel. You're relying on occasionally getting lucky with a video, spamming out content left, right and centre in the hope of finding the perfect combination. I've pitied Smosh for a while. Although I don't exactly love their videos, they put a good deal of effort into each one, but since they've only made one a week, their channel has gathered fewer views altogether than smaller Let's Players who spam the world with a video a day, or sometimes even more. However, each video they make attracts a large and consistent number of subscribers, normally between 1,000 and 2,000 per video. This to me is more sustainable. Well done to them. A bit like Toby Games and Brian Blessed, they seem to think that for the video titles, caps lock has to be on. And finally, Freddy W. I respect him a lot and think he makes interesting and original videos. However, he's a victim of his success and people expect the world every time he releases a video. Most of his videos gain him several thousand subscribers, but occasionally there's one that people dislike for some petty small detail. Worse still, his podcast videos lose him over 100 subscribers a video. Not much in the grand scale of things perhaps, but it makes you wonder if he'd be better off putting them on a second channel. With these channels I'm limited to viewing video stats, which I know don't paint the full story. I hope that this has been an interesting video and has taught you a thing or two. It was interesting for me to make it. Have fun.